Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mr. Worldwide's official team stream. We've had, I think, plenty of time just to calm ourselves down a little bit after playing a top roster. Oh,
It
hold
was
on, let me
needed
turn off the
too.
music. A very top roster, just yeah, here in Europe, and you see the names of the team, and I don't think there'll be any prizes for guessing why or how they earned themselves that position. But now we're in losers round 6, final round, and it's very simple. We win, we qualify for Swiss. We lose, we don't qualify for Swiss. And well, very simple as you like, and there are players I recognise on the other side as well, Star. I think it'll be a little bit of a step down from Stormtroopers, but still a very capable roster and one that have definitely earned themselves to this spot.
Yeah, looking at the bracket, I've been watching how Joppy got here because we were trying to figure out while we were waiting after the loss to Stormtroopers who they would be going against in lower round 6. So if we take a look at the bracket in lowers, all the way here, Joppy has 3-1 every single team that they've faced. So I do think that's a kind of like an interesting take. They've taken down Team Forsaken, Bonk, Andiamos, Team Leisure, Choppy. There's definitely a team to watch out for. Marmone, Shice, Minky. Is
Wow.
there any prediction on how you think this is going to go? I think based on the Stormtroopers thing, it's going to be a 3-0.
I'm going to go 3-0 as well, of course. I'm going to
Okay.
have to
Love
back
it.
the Mr. Worldwide. So, of course, this is the team stream, and they did perform so well in that upper bracket that I think it's quite hard to take anything away from them. I think the only real arguments you could have, because I even think on paper, to be completely honest with you, Mr. Worldwide's are the stronger team. But the issue, I think, is going to be that break. A lot of players that you
Mm.
ask, there's always that argument. Would you rather the break between games and a little bit of a rest, or do you feel fatigued from a bunch of series in a row? And as time has gone on, Star, I'm hearing a lot more players saying they would just rather get up and running, and they're not actually a big fan of the breaks. Of course, everyone's different, but if
Mm.
our players are like exactly that, it could cause us some issues. But even still, without their coach behind them, as we also found out earlier, these are very professional players, and I'm sure they can lock themselves back into this series. Best of 5. I'm excited to get this one underway.
Now, if these two teams have not scrimmed each other by now, I think that is going to be something that they do have to pay attention to just because, like, earlier we saw them go against Sick and they had never previously scrimmed Sick, and it ended up being a
Oh.
kind of a closer series, right? Looking at what we should be expecting from this one, this is very close in seed to Sick. So Sick was 211th, I believe, and this team is 219th. So it should be an easier game than Sick. But there were moments too where there were games we 3-0'd them, right? But then there were some games in between where I think it was a 3-1 overall win. But the times that we lost to them, they were much closer than the times that we beat them. So again, to me, this is just about get in, get out. Don't sit there trying to keep the ball up last minute. Don't be cute. Don't hold to roll ones. Just fucking be a monster. Go out there, do your job, and take the win.
Absolutely, and the teams, I'm not sure if they are quite on the same side, but I don't think it really matters. We are underway here, Mr. Worldwide versus Yoppie, and I have heard apparently that the losers round 5 was misreported. Yoppie, it currently says on the bracket they won 3-1. Apparently, they said they took it in a sweep. And the other
Oh,
side may or may not have reported that correctly. Either way, we'd be guaranteed to have this team against us in this final best of 5. Will it be the final one of the Open? I don't think so. But that has to be decided here in this final series.
yeah, it's all about that endurance, right? Are you going to be able to also come back from being cold after all this time and be as sharp? We see really good movements here. A whole minute already passed. It's flying by. Lhasa up with it, and maybe we could see a backboard read. Instead, it's going to be a huge clear. Slow down there by Icon as he pops it up over 1. Can't get it over 2. It's now towards Mr. Worldwide's net. Good pass there. I like that the ball isn't just being chunked in places. It's all being very strategic.
It's been a fantastic start so far. I feel like this is kind of what we want as well, especially when they haven't, been playing an RLCS level team in quite some time now. They've had that break. Yoppie are going to be hot out the gates here after their supposed sweeping victory in the round just before. So I think taking our time to just heat up is the perfect decision. And now we can start to boil.
I like it. We are cooking for sure. We've been in the kitchen all day. I think it's really huge for Lhasa to continue to be that shining star for Mr. Worldwide's. He's kind of like the glue player to me. He's like a typical second man player. And then for me, I see in Smashy a typical first man, and then from Icon, a typical third man, sorry. And I kind of like how their playstyles are working together, but we've seen all three of them can also do really well individually. They just have to continue to make sure their strategy pans out the way they want it to. And instead of just rushing things, continue to do what they're doing now, which is play with your IQ at its highest and just let everything else be, instinct.
Yep. Icon back of the ball here, looking for that sidewall. He's been going for them all day, but that one not quite finding its way either. One day that will land. It's going to be a very long season ahead. I'm sure he'll have many more chances. Here's a good one for Smashy. Bottom right corner. Completely sniped. And Mr. Worldwide's take that second goal just after the halfway point.
Yoppie might have come here on sweeps and be hot, but they are fizzling out. And Mr. Worldwide is to thank. They really are continuing to be really good entertainment, and that's what Pitbull is about. That's what Mr. Worldwide is about.
Absolutely.
305, baby.
Icon back on, 50-50 required. Smashy tries to steal it for a double tap, and now it's a 3 versus 1 here for the defense, and Minky will very confidently take that one. Reduced to a 1-goal difference. It was a very, I would say, ambitious attack there coming from Mr. Worldwide, and, well, high risk, high reward play. Sometimes you're going to feel the rough end of a stick. Welcome, of course, Mike Boy to the chat as well. He's just witnessed a Minky goal there. I'm sure he's going to be cheering on the other side. Marmoen has made it equal, which I think is going to make our new guest very, very happy.
Very happy indeed as we tie these things back up. Not what you want to see, sorry, if you're rooting for Mr. Worldwide's, but we've talked about it before. We like to go ahead, make people think that there's an opportunity they may lose, and then we just go ahead and annihilate them on the pitch with the white chalk body outline on the pitch. But we don't want to cause a murder scene. We're just trying to keep things fun and entertaining. Don't like that so far Yoppie has continued to maintain pressure over Mr. Worldwide's. I want to see them back how they started this game out. It seems like 2 minutes in, 3 minutes in, we saw a role reversal and Yoppie started to get the read on Mr. Worldwide. So they turned all the pressure onto its head. We got to continue to stay in the kitchen, keep things lively, and just continue to play smart.
Marmoen playing high. This one pinches down, and Lhasa is just about able to get that touch. Smashy on the back wall. Will look to keep control. That second touch will come just before being stolen here by Lhasa. And you can see 3 players forward. Marmoen alone behind. Does well to make that save. And we were looking for that little trick play, trying to commit themselves forward and sneak it behind them at the near post. That one didn't quite work out. So we do stay at equality as we approach this period where it starts to feel like that next goal is going to be golden. Icon alone here in the corner. It does bounce out dangerously, but Scheisse will pick up the possession. Not much boost left in the tank here. He isn't able to stay close, and that 50-50 has fallen away from him. But now Icon alone has no options there in the middle. But it's just another warning sent out to the opposing side. They've had quite a bit of momentum, this Yoppie roster, especially coming off the back of a sweep and having the last 2 goals in this game. But you can start to see Mr. Worldwide looking to shift that momentum.
Yeah, definitely a bit of nerves and also a lot of caution.
Oof.
but almost so many goals, so many shots. Can't believe that none of them have turned into the tiebreaker here. We are going to have to complete this in overtime. Regulation just is not enough time. And I mentioned this earlier when we talked about the seeding of this team. I did think this was going to be a lot closer like it was with Sick in the beginning. But then remember, we saw breakout plays from Mr. Worldwide, and it was Lassa really
Oh,
leading
double
the
demo.
charge.
Whoa!
But this time, it's Smashy leading the charge. What a statement. An end to this overtime. So quick, too.
And that one just came out of nowhere. There was a well-positioned defense. Smashy said he was having absolutely none of blood on the pitch, all knocked out. That is how you take game number 1. They are looking like the favourite team here. That is what the statistics were all saying. That's what the seeding has been saying. Of course, they've been a little bit questionable at the best of times, but also we are coming from that upper bracket. Smashy off to a blinding start here with 2 goals coming out of 3 shots, an assist and a save as well. No donuts coming on that line, but on the other side, we have seen quite a lot of pressure. It wasn't the cleanest of wins. It was a 1-goal difference. It was an overtime, and there were plenty of opportunities where it felt like potentially Yoppie were going to be able to turn it round. But overall, able to hold on. It was actually 4 shots total from Yoppie, and for the amount of possession they were able to hold in our final third, I must say that statistic surprises me.
Yeah, looking at the shots overall, too, I'm actually a bit more shocked there weren't more shots registered for us, because there were a lot of points where we did hold the pressure down, but it did slip quite a bit. And turning it back around and paying attention to that, doing it timely is really what matters most. Looking down at things, though, looking at the shot conversion rate, I think they want to get the ball to Smashy right now. He is their hottest player on the pitch. Just get the ball to him and land it. Unfortunately, everyone else on Mr. Worldwide not able to commit to more offensive assistance. And I want to see that a bit cleaned up here. I also want to see early challenges against Yoppie and continue to break that space between themselves and Mr. Worldwide. Almost a shot there, too.
But Lassa stays close, that one. Pinballing between himself and Smashy. He'll lurk here in the corner for an early commit. It's going to bounce heavy off that back wall. Icon's there. Look at his speed on the back of him. A rocket to find the opening goal within the first couple of seconds. And I think it's an extremely rare Cocaster's blessing. Star calls for these early challenges. A speed up in play, and it's exactly how we get our first goal.
I think they're listening to us. They definitely are picking up the pace. They're feeling the start of, okay, we could go ahead and just move on. We have to continue to keep our wits about us. We see the challenge there. Minky now up with it. Good challenge there by Smashy. He's going to try to keep this moving along, but he is getting literally so much aggression coming his way. Unfortunate moment there. Yoppie takes advantage of just some slip up on defense. I think that's just going to be a miscommunication, but there is some bumping and there is some lack of boost that get in the way.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's also a well-placed shot by some well-positioned players. I mean, it is simple as that. You have yourself nice and organised. You put yourself in with the best chance of getting yourself that equaliser icon. Oh my goodness, what a booming clear there. That's a way to try and slow down that attack. Shice, however, will look to increase that velocity. A demo on the goal line. See Smashy frantic here on the respawn. He will ignore that big boost, but Lassa does have that backboard covered. He will go alone with a shot. That one doesn't fly its way in, and now it's up to Icon off the corner. 1-2s between this teammate. Not too sure how much of that was part of a plan, but Shice has something left in his locker. Minky will take it over. 50-50s coming out, but they're unable to break their way in field. Now it's Lassa's chance. Shice, however, already up for it. We're looking for those counters to come along. We're looking to pin them into their half, but Yoppie have done well to keep the ball back forward. Both teams, I would say, extremely good job at keeping the ball out of those dangerous areas, constantly siphoning it off into these corners. It has taken quite a lot for these two teams to break through, and you said that it started off as a tactical game. I think it's continued as such as well.
Yeah, and we had an interview with George earlier, their manager. Such a great interview, such a great manager as well, just being able to talk about things very candidly. One thing we forgot to ask him about is, has his team scrimmed Yappy? And I could be wrong on that.
Of
We
course.
asked him a bunch of questions, but if they didn't, then it's turning out much like the Sick game we saw, right? We know that Sick had not scrimmed Mr. Worldwide, and their performance kind of said that, as they seemed a bit caught off guard in certain moments. But I'm hoping to continue to see them clean it up, continue to just make great decisions on placement of the ball instead of throwing it away to the opponent. Icon looking to style something
Oh,
here, but just can't get it done. So much disruption going on.
and Smashy getting that shot off. Mamone did well to stop. He's looking to start that counter-attack now. That's a backboard looking to be utilised by Icon. Did well to defend it. That was a very dangerous area to find himself on. Lasser knocked this one out to Smash. He goes low, but Minky was lurking. It was 3 players there on that goal line. It's going to be a very hard group of people to beat. Maybe a few demos are required. Maybe just something special. We've seen some attempts at that. None have quite forced their way through. Lasser, I'm sure, will take this one over. He goes high, and Smashy is looking at players looking to get themselves a bit started. He had nothing left in the tank. Unfortunately, he couldn't keep up. But it's just putting that sense of uneasiness in the defense. Rocket League is as much a mental game as it is mechanical. Sheister's shot blocked well there by Icon. What a reading of the game as we remain at this 1-1 scoreline for quite some time now.
I'm just so surprised that Mr. Worldwide's, their pre-jumps have just been panning out for them time and time again. We see some pre-jumps that don't even make sense, but they're really doing good at maintaining their 50s. A waterfall incoming. I wasn't able to read it there from Mr. Worldwide. They're being a lot more patient than I thought we've seen them in a while. Looking at that challenge, though, this should challenge or land into the corner. Unfortunately, that breakaway play now leaves things a little bit open. Icon able to cut off the pressure, maybe get a double, but instead it is cleared right to the other side, and now an open net lingers. I was scared for a second.
Listen, he's been very strong in defense all day, that player Lasser. That was a very rare mistake, but luckily his teammates were there to bail him out of it. Now he finds himself in offense. Won't be able to get that second touch. Icon's there, finding the bottom left. Mamone does well for the block, and now there's a chance for the game to end in regulation. The ball is still high, and Yoppy will be keeping it up. Lasser to Icon, sends it forward towards Shice, just enough to entice him towards the ball, but not enough for him to get the touch. Smashy, up high, it's going across. Let this one go down and take us to our second OT of the series, Rocket Star.
TikTok on the clock, but the Rocket League don't stop, and neither do the attempts by Mr. Worldwide. That shot to the backboard, really a revitalizing moment. There's a lot of energy coming alive on this pitch right now for Mr. Worldwide. They're starting to make better pitches. You know, I got lost in my sentence there because as I said it, I caster cursed them. No, not the caster curse. No.
Oh, well, you had a blessing earlier. Listen, this is perfectly balanced now. Now there are no greater forces going to interrupt that next game, and I must say, it was a bit of a moment of madness that led into that next goal. It hasn't been the strongest showing there, but still, for the rest of the game, they have been pretty intelligent with the way they have played, and that is something which I expect to continue, and for them to even bounce themselves off of, that was definitely not them at their full potential. And I feel like those that have been here in the stream today can definitely feel that, maybe that break having a factor. But look, Smashy, Lasser, Icon, you have so many more games still left to play here. This is a best of 5. It isn't day 1 anymore. It isn't losers round 1. This is losers round 6, day 2. It's time to show yourself.
I think that's a great comment, right? Like, right now they're playing a lot differently than what we've seen them kind of the whole of the night, but we have talked about that break before. I do think they are starting to turn on the lights. They're starting to wake up a little bit. Maybe they got a little too chill on the break, and now they're jamming some music that's keeping them centered, keeping them a little bit more focused than where they were previously. I don't like how games 1 and 2 went, but let's see if in game 3 we can see more of Lassa taking control, doing what he does best, and being that magician to pull rabbits out of his hat.
Of course, this is a very high-pressure series. Of course, the winner will qualify to the Swiss stage. The loser is knocked out of this open contention completely. Icon looking to put the favour back on his side with a pass into Lassa. Smashy's there as well. All 3 players contributed, but it was a good defense there from Yoppie to shut that one down. But they aren't done yet. Lassa, Smashy! Postage stamp shots! And potentially we can set that shipping address all the way to day 3 Swiss.
The accuracy, he totally had the crosshairs on when he was going in for that shot. He said, look, I'm going to go ahead and put my foot down right now, Yoppie. I don't care about y'all. My team is going to do the damn thing. Demos, too, to help out here. But actually, it's to our team. But look at how we're still able to recover. It doesn't matter how many demos are happening on the pitch. It doesn't matter what Yoppie is continuing to do. We are just outshining them at the moment. We're reading them faster than they can make a move. And we're playing chess. We were playing checkers before. But now that we've woken up, the demon has come alive.
Hopefully we can have a little less controversy than chess recently. But Mamone here with the 50-50 alongside Icon. And again, it's these awkward positions they find themselves in the box. But still, they are able to hold on so well. And they wanted that pass to hook shot. If they had gotten on the end of that, I'm calling it now. 132, KPH 2-0. Mr. Worldwide would have an extended lead, but that connection didn't quite come together. It's harder team play than it at first seems. Everything has to be so perfect with how fast it is. You have to be perfectly in tuned. Sometimes the Discord delay can be enough to ruin that one, but Icon, big clearance forward. It's shut down really well here by a Yoppie player, but still fighting himself back forward at this halfway line. He does break back to Smashy. Use that first flip well. He's overshot. It's good 50. First demo comes along. There's a little bit of space for this shot here. Icon has that one blocked. Another demo comes out. They are so open. Someone has to be there. Lassa isn't there. And the scoreline will remain, and that's a chance wasted.
All these demos, and no one could throw a shot mid. Everyone was being so passive. They just want to hang on to this lead and not even try to let Yoppie break a line. But the problem is, in doing that,
Icon ceiling. Oh my goodness, what a goal by Icon! What a snipe! He wasn't even on the camera! But Smashy knows his teammates so well, and the confidence, the stakes to go for a shot like that! Mr. Worldwide's looking to put themselves into day 3 in style!
Yeah, I can't even think it's happening so fast. I love what I'm seeing, though. I want to keep seeing more of it. There it is, though. Again, we see another major mistake. A pass towards center. No one is there for it. It's going to waterfall, though. Can we see the clear in time? Good recovery there by Smashy, trying to keep it pushing along. He and his teammates all traffic jam there, trying to play on defense. This has become so difficult to watch at certain points, but I like that we're still at least up by 2. I want to see another one.
Oh, here he goes again.
Awesome.
Here he goes again. No.
Misses.
Oh, what a save by Shice, but Smashy's there again. Minky with the save. Really well done here by Yoppie, but there's 60 seconds on the clock. It's going to be a moment of desperation still for them. They're not out of the woods yet. Mr. Worldwide able to hold it in the final third, and those are some very low boost counts. Lay off here to Smashy. Icon again, waiting on the right. Another ceiling play potentially coming through, but no, this one is stopped. Minky wants that pass, couldn't find a teammate. Lassa will instead pick it up, and our boys in blue are ahead with 30 seconds left. 2 goal difference. This would put them on match points, qualification points into the 3rd day. Just have to hold on to this intact, and maybe they can concede another and still get away with it. Icon, the match winner earlier, flip reset again off the ceiling, but they hold the fort. And now I think we're past that point of no return. Mr. Worldwide will be 2-up in the series score.
I love it. I love it. I wanted to see more strategy, but you know what? I'll take it as long as we continue to take the W's. I'm sending all my international love to Mr. Worldwide. I want to keep seeing them doing their thing and keep winning. As long as we don't drop the next one, I think it'll just be a lot easier on everyone watching, because I know SirPigasus by now has had about 3 heart attacks. He's fallen off the roller coaster. He's thrown up about 4 times. He's
Oh
flatlined a
goodness,
couple
it's
times.
not good in there. I tell you what, it is not good in there, my friend. My doctor said maybe I should stop this. You know, it can't be good for the heart. I can hear some of the excitement from people in chat as well, and that just goes to show, you know, how professional these players are as well. Look, I don't have to be there on the pitch. I don't have to stop my hands shaking on the controller as I'm trying to perfectly control the left stick, and all the other ones not trying to panic jump either. These are a bunch of professionals. And now on match point, we are looking at what could potentially be the final game for day 2, but they have to prove it against a very hungry Yoppie roster.
Their hunger has shown bright. They've continued to try to line up so many shots, but Yoppie's problem is they continue to run out of resources. And I've talked about this before. It's what has really helped the team of Mr. Worldwide, especially when it's Icon going for demos or he's stealing resources. His decision making has really helped this team blossom and get opportunities, because every opponent is continuing to struggle just to go up for a fast aerial. Just maintaining 30 boost has been a struggle bus for anyone. I mean, look, we see a player here in the corner with nothing in the tank. He's still pushing. That's the right thing to do. But I'm just saying it's very difficult if you want to go for any kind of play. Double commits also showing that maybe confidence has hit the bricks for Yoppie. At this point, I would say they know by now it's done. Mr. Worldwide, I'm going to call it. They're going to end it in this game.
Oh, and a fake attempted there by Icon to set up teammate Smashy. Just allowed a bit too much time for the defense to regroup, and now it's Shice with some space. Not the greatest of first touches. He will not get the second one either. Smashy, though, shut down. Minky has been strong this series, but this one will not break through. Marmone, a player I am very familiar with, competes in so many bubble tournaments, finds quite a lot of success as well, getting to many late stages. It's no surprise at all that this is the caliber of players we would find at this stage of the RLCS in the greatest region in the world. Lasser to Icon. Once that counter shot was on target, but not too much of an issue here for Minky. Still, we're waiting for that first goal.
2 minutes. Not a single thing on the board. A lot of shots attempt, especially coming in from Mr. Worldwide.
Oh,
the redirects almost landing there. Had me feeling really excited for him. I was ready to yell. Every time I want to cheer, the person holding the mic is SirPigasus, so I feel like I'm just at this point getting in the way. But we see Smashy trying to get his shot attempt off the sidewall. Maybe we could see a follow-up here. There it is. And Lhasa now going up for it, but he can't get the 50 over Minky.
Oh, and that was a very committal challenge there coming from Smashy as well. If that 50 didn't land how he wanted, that was a guaranteed goal there for Yoppie. But he's got that bravery at this stage of the tournament to go for these kind of plays. He's definitely known for not going for always what is instinctual, and he does throw a lot of players off card. He was able to every now and again, even against Stormtroopers, a few fakes against apparently Jack, a few dribbles against Stizzy, and a few mind games against Jorias as well, looking to get himself into that day 3 to join the ranks alongside those kinds of players. Lasser, 100 boost, just about able to collect it. Minky is forced to run back just to get a lick of it. The general boost economy was towards Mr. Worldwide, and typically that is not the case on a team that is just taking shot after shot after shot, but they've done so well to hold on to it. And well, still we're waiting for that first goal. It's been over 3.5 minutes of play before a kickoff, and It's not something you see all that often unless you get two very experienced teams against each other, which I feel like is exactly what we are witnessing right now. Marmoing up with some space, but Icon shuts that one down.
Yeah, there was so many close shot attempts by both teams. I like the pressure coming in from Yappy, but what I want to see from Mr. Worldwide is gather more resources. They're continuing to struggle because they can't get any boost. Yappy is taking their plan, their blueprint, and running it for themselves. We continue to see their tanks are full of boost. Where are our tanks? Finally, an opportunity there for Lhasa, just kind of left alone. I want to see someone a second kind of present for first man because they're passing and no one is there for the pass.
Lhasa back on the ball. Smashy is in field. A goal could be enough to send them to day 3, but you see a player there waiting on the backboard. It is Shice Icon. Don't think he's going to get that 50-50. That bump, however, might just do enough to weaken that offense. Possession picked back up. Lhasa waiting for that overlap from Icon. Minky is up for the initial block. It's a slight double commit, however, coming from Yoppy, but it's still such a hard ball to attack, and this ball not going to hit the ground. Hold on a minute. Smashy's in field. The ball's high, but Minky puts it wide, and we are in a state of overtime where Yoppy needs to score to survive and Mr. Worldwide score to qualify.
Bloody hell. I'm just going to say that because I've been wanting to say it all stream. But yes, definitely another gut-wrenching moment, especially with Minky in the air. You can see his shot could go in. Double commit. And now
big miss!
Huge save, though, for us. Thank goodness. And you got to love that 4 teammate, the goalpost.
Oh my goodness, that is a huge miss coming from the Yoppy player. And if they go on to lose this game, that one is really going to hurt. But they seem unaffected. They've kept that confidence. They've kept that ball forward. Mamone is there. And it felt like that one was coming. That overtime was dominant there from Yoppy. They should have gotten themselves their game winner a few seconds beforehand, but I feel like we are all aware of what that means now. Game 5, Mr. Worldwide's versus Yoppy. It is losers round 6. Winner takes all. It is that simple. You win these 5 minutes of regulation of Rocket League, you will see yourselves among the ranks with some of the greatest players in the world, or you have to wait until the next Open. Not a position I don't think anyone wanted us to be in, and I think a position not many of us expected us to be in either. It has been a very strong performance here from Yoppy. I see fans of both sides here in chat. Give your team some love. This is going to be the final push for both of them. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got 6 players on the pitch. We do have kickoff. Let's get this show closed.
This is it for all the marbles on the table. Game number 5. Game number 5, I want to see the most energy from everyone in chat. I want to see the most energy from Mr. Worldwide with the shot attempt. It is saved, though.
And ball back in field. Icon knocks that one out wide. Minky with a block. Shice will try to follow, but Icon is there looking for that target. It was on, but Minky, 0 boost, still able to clear it out. It doesn't take that possession away. Once the 1-2 play coming off the backboard, it was a very ambitious one to go for. Lhasa just about able to get that 50-50. It's a free backboard. Icon with the third touch. A team bump there coming from Minky on Shice. Leaves it open, but oh my goodness! How have we not seen an opening goal there from Mr. Worldwide? Brutal here in a must-win game.
Oh, maybe it's right
Oh my
here.
gosh! It's on! It's awkward! We take him!
Winding that back down, Smashy with a good 50 here. It goes to the backboard, and you see we have a man as second. That has been the hugest hang-up. As a coach, if I were to go back and watch the replays, that would be the one thing I would yell at them about. But we see every time someone is second, they connect. There is a magic in this team that I can't even put words to. They have it in them to make top 10, top 8. We've seen them do incredible things. That 50 might be in.
Minky.
Saved
Oh,
away.
psycho attempt. Looking to get a bit creative in this game. It is what is required. It felt like everyone on the pitch committed for that one ball. That one leaves the crossbar shaking, but ultimately, Mr. Worldwides do survive a play longer. And what is that touch coming from Minky? I must say, that was a very brave one to go for, and I don't think his teammates were quite in line with that plan either. They do get away with it, but as punishment, they do have lower boost. They do have the ball inside that 6-yard box. Shice is up. Does get that save. Marmone went up yet again. You can see boost counts basically all 0 there for Yoppie for that one. But still, the way they were positioned, they had every single sector of the net covered. They needed that clearance out wide because if it was central, everyone had committed. Smashy's up. What a fake by Smashy! And it sends one, but a second was prepared. Minky keeps this game and their tournament alive for Yoppie.
Game 5s are my favorite. Going to the last game, you get to see everybody at their best because pressure makes diamonds. And Mr. Worldwides definitely are shining bright with their flawless 5-carat rings out there on their hands. Great decision making, still going their opposite way though. Yoppie really trying to put one on, and again, it is another shot on target, but we are able to save
what a
it.
miss! No!
You're
What?
making me scared.
Oh, that's another big chance wasted there from Yoppie. Unfortunately, they have had a few of those this series. Perhaps the pressure getting to them. Perhaps the fatigue of the lower bracket. Mr. Worldwide get away with another play, but that's a big demo to open up the space. Lassa able to add another save to his tally. Definitely been the most defensive player of the day for us. Smashy shined that one down. Momoan having to fight through a lot of physical ruffles and tuffles there right as he reached the 6-yard box. Couldn't break his way through it, so now it's Smashy. Will just abandon the play. No boost left in the tank. That corner, though, being able to reclaim it could build up to something vital later into this play. We're at that stage now of the RLCS. All these little decisions build up. Smashy doesn't get the touch. Icon is heading backwards. Smashy does well to interrupt the rotation just to get himself the perfect play to beat his first man. 60 seconds left on the clock. You hear the tone in your ear. You see the yellow text on the screen. This has to be the final charge.
This is Rocket League. Good pop-up high. Can Lassa end it right here?
Oh, he's done it!
In. There it is. Second goal, 2-0. Mr. Worldwide taking down Yoppie.
And the defensive powerhouse shows himself in the final third. It's beautiful, it's flashy, and this time it isn't Smashy. It's Lassa with what could be the qualifying goal. Marmoin looking to make a change to those plans. There's a great infield pass there to Minky. And you spoke about pressure making diamonds. Is there enough time? Is there enough strength behind the back of Yoppie to add another twist to this story?
Unfortunately, life is a highway. Yoppie have put another goal on, have put their first goal on breaking their unresponsiveness in this whole game. But 33 seconds remain. All we have to do is keep the ball out of our half, and we've got this in. All these demos are slowing Mr. Worldwide's down. Good pressure coming in from Smashy. Icon now with it. Good pop-up high. He needs a follow-up to
Score that!
another goal.
Winner!
There it is!
Lassa finds the opening. Icon makes it happen. Smashy gets that insurance bump as well, but there was no way Shice was going to be back there in time. That's the 2-goal difference with 15 seconds left. Maybe we said before, look, we thought a bit ahead of time. A goal came in. We spoke about pressure. No more pressure anymore. Let's make it 4. Shut them out. Send them away. They were worthy opponents. But ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Good lucks in chat, really good sportsmanship from their opponents, but this is over. Mr. Worldwide take on the toughest region. They go to day 3, a new format and a new team to join the ranks.
Huge high fives and huge claps all around. Mr. Worldwide kept us so entertained. I mean, they have an entertaining name. They have to be entertaining. Look at who they're representing. Pitbull. And Mr. Worldwide's every game was a roller coaster ride. One moment we thought they didn't have it, then they have it, and then they don't have it. And my heart has been racing the whole time. I think I flatlined at least 7 times, especially during that Stormtroopers match. Again, I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it loud. If Stormtroopers are 6th seed in start, then they should be 7. Mr. Worldwide didn't come to play games. They came to dominate.
Ooh. Pushing it to the very end. My goodness. My voice might have cracked, but Mr. Worldwide's players certainly didn't. Such a high pressure situation. They had such a long break between their 2 series as well. I believe they had one of the longest breaks that was possible throughout all the brackets. And wow, what a tough competition as well. I mean, Yoppie, we really have to give them their flowers. I know that seeding was kind of all over the place for this first qualifier, which is why, you know, I've got a feeling that Yoppie, when they gain a lot more seeding coming off the back of this one, I think they are going to be getting easier runs in future qualifiers. I think they are going to be getting top 32s as well, and potentially even more. I mean, we've hyped ourselves as a team that, you know, we want to try and push for a single top 8 throughout this split, and definitely a team we want to see in main events. And if the likes of Yoppie, just after, you know, we kind of went a bit toe-to-toe as well with Stormtroopers as well, had such a good performance against us in that final game, putting everything within 1 goal. I believe we had more than 2 overtimes, at least their stars, something insane. I mean, what drama was that? And I do just want to say as well, thank you to everyone in chat for being respectful. I know that we got some supporters from the other side, but honestly, safe space, everyone. If you want to watch your team, come watch your team. It was very nice. And again, thank you so much to the other side. But Star, what a day this has been. And thank goodness it has a happy ending.
Hey, one thing I'm wondering is, what would have happened had we seen Yoppie go against Stormtroopers? With this being such a close series, I really do think they could have had a good opportunity as well. So no hate on Team Yoppie. Of course, we're supporting Mr. Worldwide. So for those of you who came from their stream, be sure to follow. SirPigasus and I are going to be walking you through the journey of this team for the whole split. So I just want to see more from this team. I want to hear from this team. I know we talked about interviewing them. Were we able to get them to commit?
Yes, I believe we are going to go on a short break, and I think Icon has again nominated himself for the interview. We had an excellent one with him yesterday, so I think it's very exciting to get him back on the mic, back on the stream. I believe he doesn't use camera, so also you can have both myself and Star's wonderful faces on screen. But again, for those of you that were just here for the Yoppie series, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed your time here.